Hi everyone, welcome back to Mom's SST Shiksha. Hope everybody is doing well. Today's chapter is Economics, Money and Credit. The chapter Money and Credit explains how money acts as a medium of exchange and removes the problem of double coincidence of wants found usually in the barter system. Modern forms of money include currency and bank deposits, which are widely accepted for transactions. Banks play a very important role by accepting deposits and providing loans, thus supporting economic activities. Credit helps people meet their needs and invest in business or farming, but it can also lead to debt if not used wisely. There are two main sources of credit: formal sources like banks and cooperatives, and informal sources like moneylenders and traders. Expanding formal credit is important for reducing exploitation and promoting economic development. So here we are on page 39 and 40. We have the questions: what is double coincidence of wants? Why is money accepted as a medium of exchange? And who issues currency notes in India? And why is the rupee widely accepted as a medium of exchange? You can either mark these in your textbook or you can maintain a separate notebook and write down the answers for further revision. On page 40 and 41, we have the role of banks, what are demand deposits, and what is a check and how are payments done through this medium. So here is our first board question. Identify the negotiable instrument shown in this picture and who signs it. It is the image of a check. And while you are looking over the details, please also see where the check number is coded used by the bank and the bank branch code. You should know all these minor details. This will come as a one marker. The other question is, what do banks do with the deposits which they accept from public? Third question, what is the main source of income for banks? Page 42. And on page 43 is define credit and how does credit help a manufacturer? Okay, so here is another board question that I came across in research. What is debt trap? While there is a 3-line answer in the textbook, I don't think that is enough, and so I've put a longer explanation to what debt trap is. I've written it by hand and stuck it on a post-it, and I'm sharing the image with you. So what is debt trap? On page 44, in rural areas, the main demand for credit is for crop production. Explain. Answer is in the textbook. Please mark it as shown. And I've added an objective. Whether credit will be useful or not will depend on risks in the situation and whether there is some support in case of loss. On page 44, what is collateral? Please mark the answer as shown and define terms of credit on page 45. So on this page, number 48, we have note on loans from cooperatives. It's in a little green box, so please mark the answer as shown. And the second question is role of the Reserve Bank of India, and an objective which is also a board question: formal sources of credit, informal sources of credit. So it can come as a one marker wherein they ask you a formal or informal source of credit, or it can also come as an MCQ where they give you the options and you have to choose the proper source of credit depending on what the question asks. So on page 49, what is the difference between formal and informal sources of credit? Like I've mentioned many times, whenever you are asked for differences or comparison, always do it in a tabular form. It's very neat, it's very catchy to the eye. And it gives all the information compact in a compact manner. So this is a board question: formal sources of credit, informal sources of credit. Point number 4, under informal sources of credit, ROI is rate of interest. So I've simply put increased rate of interest. The upward arrow simply means increased rate of interest. So please make note of this very important board question. Another very important board question: why should banks and cooperatives increase their lending facilities in rural areas? This is starting on page 49 and continues to page 50. Please mark as shown. Board question: why is cheap and affordable credit important for a country's development? This is a 3-marker, and you can see I have put down 3 points. Kindly write it down as shown. And another question on page 50 is: why is getting a loan from a bank so difficult? One of the most important questions in this chapter, note on self-help groups. I have seen this come in multiple papers. Very, very important. It's on page 51. Please mark it the way it's shown and study it properly. Include all of the points so that you'll be able to be scoring full marks on this question. Board question: explain why banks don't lend to certain borrowers. It's a 3-marker and we have 3 points. Kindly write it down. And finally, here are a list of the board questions that I've come across in my research. If you have any more questions other than this, please add it to your question bank so it will be very easy to revise closer to your board exams. And now a final word. Please attempt all textbook questions that appear at the end of the chapter. Practice your MCQs and assertion reasoning. A lot of children make mistake. The more you practice, the better it is for you. If you found this video even a little bit helpful, beta, please like and share it with all your friends so that we can reach as many people in the 10th grade as possible. SST is a really vast subject, and any help is definitely appreciated. So please like it, please share it, and also do not forget to subscribe so that you are informed when the next video is put up. All right? Okay, that's all from me for today. Take care. Happy studying, beta.